we're going to talk about the duplication and team building by Cheong. And please give them support.
Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me? Maybe without this better. Can you hear? I'm not used to taking ice cream and talk at the same time. Anyway, okay, very welcome. My name is KY Cheong. KY Cheong. Just before I start, just like to know, anybody first time here or any non-UFO? Everybody is a distributor? Okay, so I can just jump into those terms like E5 and all those things. Everybody knows that. Otherwise, okay. Okay, this is my first slide, and you probably have seen this before. I changed it to my 40 years. Right? The slide says 45 years. Okay, I haven't worked 45 years yet, so I said my 40 years. I like this slide because it reminds me of my 40 years. Very high. I spent 40 years in the various MNCs. Okay. I started my career in IBM. Then I joined Citibank. I joined IBM Amro. My last place was OCBC. And where am I today? I'm still in the 5%, still working, and probably in the 62% struggling financially. So for those of you who are working in MNCs or in any corporate, remember this slide. If you want to spend another 40, 45 years like Chung Yen, and he's at 60, actually I'm 60, 65, just touched 65. The only thing I'm lucky is I meet the PG requirement this year. Just touched that. Okay? And still have to work. Okay, today's agenda actually is we talk about duplication and team building. Okay. I will have 3 parts. Part 1, what is duplication? Part 2 is duplication in MA. And part 3, I'd like to talk a bit about quality in duplication. Before I continue, actually I like my participants to be interactive. Anytime you have any question, raise your hand, or anything you do not agree, you also raise your hand. You can. This is a learning session, so we discuss. If you don't agree, we'll discuss. Okay? Okay? Okay. Because every time I try to ask questions, sometimes I don't like those sessions where they say, okay, hold your questions until the end. Right? At the end, I want to go home already. Because secondly, I forget what question I have. So let's be more interactive. Okay, what is duplication? Some people call it success transfer. In IBM, in Citibank, the places where I work, they take the whole system, copy it, move to another country, and say, hey, success transfer. It's basically duplication. Some people say clone, right? You're familiar with what is cloning? Right? Americans like to say cookie cutter. They like to bake cookies, like every cookie looks the same. They say cookie cutters. Copycat. Maybe now Asians, China and Japan, they like to do copycat. Carbon copy. Basically, some Americans like to say, don't reinvent the wheel. Right? The wheel is invented, is round, it works very well. Don't reinvent it and make a square one.
Mr. Cheong,
Yes?
can we for the sessions?
Sure. You're welcome. Okay, basically, duplication is to follow the proven process exactly. There are many forms of duplication. This one we are very familiar. Now, burn CD, or we go and buy those Korean drama. So this is software duplication. This one we also very familiar. It's very basic, right? Duplicate house key or all the keys. This is hardware duplication. This one is the cloning you're talking about. You clone the chip, right? And I call this genetic duplication. And last of all, culture and process duplication. This is what MA asks us to do. Duplicate the culture, duplicate the process. Follow it. Okay? Okay, duplication and team building. Have you all seen geese? How they march? Yeah? Have you seen geese marching? And human being also follow the way geese march. Geese fly this way. They fly in a V shape. In Singapore, we don't have a lot of chance to see it, but they fly this way. And human being also follow. Fly this way. Why? Why do geese fly in V shape? Anybody knows? You want to try to guess? Anyone? No?
There's a leader.
Sorry?
There's a leader, so the leader will have the more air resistant, then the rest of it is air resistant.
Yeah, there's something to do with air resistance. Actually, according to the expert, is energy conservation and visual assurance. How they do it? How they conserve energy? Actually, each bird flies slightly above the other bird in front, resulting in reduction in wind resistance. You're right. That's wind resistance. And also, it's easy to keep track of one another in a group because they fly in a V shape. They actually can see one another. So they're very smart. And the lesson learned from the geese is don't deviate. Follow the proven way to success. Right? Even the geese know if I deviate, what will happen? The geese that deviated are probably dead. Right? They can't fly as far, they can't follow the whole group. Okay, so for us, the duplication and team building that we want to do is actually corporate duplication and team building. And they always say, great leaders also often start off as great followers. So again, don't deviate, follow the proven way to success. That's basically the duplication MA is asking us to do. Those who have succeeded via the proven way, they have seen this before, right? All these big high flyers, they have succeeded. that's my first part. Basically, what is duplication? Any questions, comments? No? Don't be shy. Just say what you like or you disagree. We all learn together. I'm not an expert in MA. I can't tell you. If you like to know how long I've been in MA,
How long? 3 years, 3 months, 3 days, 3 months.
3 months. But actually, you look at the video that JR has. It says, even you join 3 months, don't consider yourself 3 months. Or you join 3 years, don't consider yourself as 3 years. Ask yourself how many days you have actually spent doing on MA. He has told people who have joined for 3 years, and he said, reset. If you only spend about 3 months worth of effort in MA, it's 3 months. So he said, there's good news, there's bad news. Right? The bad news is that you spend 3 years, but you only do 3 months worth of things. But the good news is that you are 3 years, 2 years and 9 months younger. Reset back. So that's what, if you watch one of his videos, that's what he said. Oh, you know who's JR? No. Are you new in? Oh, okay. I asked this question earlier, but nobody said first time. JR Bldg is the CEO of MA. So we all become the distributor. Is our CEO in that sense. Sorry? So what do we need to do to follow that proven process? Right? And how duplication is done in MA? Let's see. Okay. If you look at some of the videos that is very successful leaders, they say the boss says go do it, but the leader says let us go do it. So basically the leader is expected to go down and do with the people you sponsor or the new people. Do what you expect your people to do. Train the trainers and the leaders, and duplicate using a proven process. I think this we have repeated many times. So when you are a sponsor, you're supposed to bring independent distributors in properly. What is properly? So be sure your new independent distributor learns the proper principles, the fundamentals, all the tasks and activities. And you have a responsibility to ensure his or her success. Establish accountability, and last one, follow the MPCP. The MCPC is the Management Performance Compensation. So there are quite a few acronyms. Okay. Maybe a show of hands, how many of you have gone through the B5 already? Ask the other way. How many of you haven't done the B5? Few. So, okay. Actually, once you sign up, you actually get the Get Things Started guide. And in the Getting Started guide, it entails 2 meetings. We're supposed to have 2 meetings lasting 2 to 3 hours each. And we're also supposed to develop 90 days action for the first year of doing the business. What does this mean? So the two meetings we have with the new UFO. First meeting is when we sign up. The first meeting is to sign up. So registering the new independent distributor using the sign up wizard. Okay, if you sorry, your name?
Agnes.
Agnes. Yeah, first timer. The sign up wizard is actually when we go into the website, there is a wizard to help us to sign up new distributors. After you sign up, you will be given a rep ID and a password, and then with a welcome email, right, to access your business account. And then you can go to the you go to shop.com admin. Inside there, there's an admin function where you would designate your business centers, 001, 2, and 3. Also, in the first meeting, the other setup is utilize the getting started guide. You determine the Q date. Okay. Again, Agnes, Q date is used to set actually the day you start becoming a UFO, and then subsequently this date is the date where you have to deliver some things or produce some reports. Form 1000, right? Anybody not sure what is Form 1000? Form 1000 is basically a requirement every quarter we have to fill up and submit to MA. Okay. Now, this is to prove there are a lot of the MLM company, basically they're just recruitment company and they're not actually selling products. So in the US, it is a law and you're not allowed just to be a recruitment company, because that becomes recruiting new members to pay their own members, and then new members recruit and to pay the existing members. So we actually must make sales. And every quarter, we'll have to fill out this form to show that there's a receipt, to show that we have made sales, and there's a certain amount, minimum amount that we have to show. So this is the Form 1000. So there is a calendar of events for training. So during the first meeting, we're supposed to, as a sponsor, set up a calendar and set up dates for your new member to attend UBPs, B5, NDT, ECCT, and so on. So all these Agnes are the training programs. B5 is basic 5. Later on, I may talk a bit more about what is basic 5. Basically, there are 5 things that we need to learn and follow. And then NDT is new distributor training. ECCT is execute coordinator training. Okay, any questions or comments so far?
Cheong, I think have to remind everybody the entity, once the office open, they have to submit the first test for within 28 days.
Oh, okay. those of us who joined earlier are lucky. We don't have this 28 days restriction. But I think sometime in August or September, the Singapore, MA Singapore office will officially open. And those people who have joined or join after that, they have to complete their B5,
No.
NDT,
first, yeah.
NDT followed by B5.
NDT
No,
within the
NDT,
28 days first.
Okay, so NDT first 28 days you must complete. So if you recruit your friends or new prospects, remind them first 28 days you must complete your NDT.
Compulsory test is 2, 3. Compulsory is NDT, B5, and CCC.
Yeah. The first three, B5, ND3, yeah, I should put NDT, B5, and CCT. First 28 days must complete NDT training. Actually, it's not difficult. Once you go through it, you understand it, then it's a multiple choice question. Okay, then B5, the basic 5 things you must understand. And when you reach a certain level of sales, maybe, then you must do the ECCT. Of course, there are a lot of local trainings, seminars, and so on. Some of my friends ask, are we given training? I said, no worry, there will be so many training that you can't attend all. You will be saying, hey, why so much training? I can't attend all. And of course, there are world conference and regional conferences and so on. Sorry. Very important thing in the first meeting, you also ask your new UFO. It's a homework, right? Not during the first meeting, but you're supposed to come up with a name list and a goal statement. Right? Name list is basically something like this. List of friends, relatives, or whoever, who you think, is a possible names as prospect, as customer, and also as new year.
Sorry.
No problem. Okay. Then there is a second meeting, which we are supposed to develop 10 customers and develop a game plan to develop 10 new customers, introduce products to 2 new customers weekly in your first 90 days. So first 90 days is actually 3 months. So you work it out, it's 12 weeks, 2 people per week. So at the end of 90 days, you should have introduced a product to 24 people. Okay, second meeting also continue. You need to review the possibility list, develop bios on the top 10. So you take the name list with the person you sponsor, and then look at their bios. Basically, you look at this person, try to understand what, maybe how many children this person has, married, not married, is he concerned with health, supplements, or is he athlete, and so on. So you have an idea that this person probably is interested in some either slimming or bodybuilding type thing or supplement, or even we have, I think Shirley has a friend who's very interested in the web center. So if you understand the interest and the background of the person, then you can actually develop a strategy of what you should tell the person or you should market to the person. So before we meet the person, we should always try to answer this question. Because very often people, the first thing they ask you is, what do you do? And then you say, I'm doing internet sales. Then next question probably is, what is it? And you have to develop what they call 2 minutes commercial. I remember in the few MNCs that I work in, they are very often also say you must have 2 minutes commercial. In fact, 1 minute commercial. Who is this for? Suppose you walk into the lift and you happen to meet your CEO, and then he asks you a question. What are you doing these days? Or what do you like best of our company? You must give him your answer in 1 minute. So always get ready to have things like this. In 1 minute, express exactly what you like or what you are doing. Decide on the approach for the top 10 prospects. And 90-day action. In the first 90 days, we're supposed to listen to audios on your MP3 player daily. Agnes, when you join, they will give you an MP3 player, not to load Michael Jackson or anything, but they have preloaded MA talks. They teach you many things, like how to prospect, how to present, and so on. So this is we're supposed to listen to it daily. Order business cards, okay. Then, so this is basically they are all in the B5 guide, basic 5 guide. These are the things in the first 90 days we're supposed to do. And also, how many of you have read the career manual? I have a show of hands. You're not alone. I have not read as well. You're not aware there's a career manual? Ask Danny, our
I have read.
certified trainer.
I have read because I need to take the certified training. Okay. Actually, is in one of your CD. There is 2 CD sent to you, right? So one CD is a DVD for you to do show plan, and the other CD is the career manual. So you have to go through it. If you don't find the CD, it's okay. You can go and download from your website, from your back end office. Okay, you can download the career manual. It's there. Okay, from the document support that you can download it. And actually, in fact, it is very informative. Everything is inside from A to Z, 0 to 9.
Okay, any question?
Then the other CD that is apart from the career manual, the language is not English.
English.
What
It's in
I
English.
received is not English.
Oh, then you are lucky to receive the Chinese one.
Not Chinese.
Chinese.
Yeah. I don't know what language that, but it's definitely not English.
Oh, then maybe they give
Very
you the
high-tech.
wrong DVD lah. So you can write to EMP Singapore, the support team. Then I think they will replace a DVD to you. They definitely will give you a replacement.
Thanks, Danny. Danny is, I call him your licensed 老师. He's a certified trainer. Okay. Oh yeah, Danny, by the way, my MP3 player, the moment on it says this error.
So you are the lucky one also.
I tried to email them. They asked a lot of questions, but then after that, no news.
I think maybe you wait for Singapore office to open.
Then bring the thing for exchange. So I have excuse not listening to the
No excuse,
radio.
in fact, no excuse at all. Because what do you call it, the audios, you can download from your back office also. Okay, you can download the audios from your back office, and it's about 160 over
Yeah.
audios. Yeah, if it's loaded in your MP4 also, so it's all inside. Or maybe you can go to back office to download. Maybe you just clear everything or reformat. Then after that.
I'll try that. No more excuse. Okay, weekly goals. Okay. Okay, that was the previous slide was first 90 days, right? Let me see. Yeah. So to help us a little bit more, says you can divide your first 90 days into weekly goals. Okay, listen to the video, read goal statement 2 times a day. How many burger? Anybody does that? Don't be shy. We are not alone. Okay. Meet 2 customers weekly. Every week we're supposed to meet 2 customers. Follow up with your customer once per week. The meeting every once a week. Follow up. And then you add 2 names daily into your possibility list. Talk to 1 to 3 people a day about the business. Right? This 1 to 3 people must be new names. So that is like how many of you work in bank or in sales? It's a new name account. New name. Follow up with your prospects. Book 1 appointment a day. Okay. Then ongoing steps to success. Okay, I'll run through this very quickly. All these are actually in the defined guide. So order at least 100 EV personally before you reach the ECCD. When you reach ECCD is 150, right? Yeah. Okay. Maintain 10 customers ordering at least 30 BB. Right now we don't have IBB yet, so we don't worry about that yet. Show or see the business plan once a week. Personally sponsor 2 people per quarter and attend 1 training per month. Either local seminar, regional convention, attend marketing world conference, Market America World Conference. Okay, sponsor and work with your Go Now independent distributor. For each leg, okay, you are aware that we have 2 legs, right? In the UFO structure, not of course, we all have 2 legs. Contact them at least once a week. So you contact your downline of the sponsored UFO. You're supposed to track their progress and chart the group's growth. And make a copy of the 90 days action plan. Conduct weekly conference calls. And conduct calling once per month. Okay. Comments on this? Input? Okay. What I've run through is basically as distributor or as sponsor. Those are the things we're supposed to do. First 3 months, we can split it down to weekly or monthly. And then when we come to, once we are familiar with those things and we become more senior or sponsoring more people, we can actually go into what they call the ABC pattern of duplication. We will see what is it. Okay, this is the ABC pattern of sponsoring. Basically, when you join your senior partner, right, the one who will guide and look after you and teach you all those things and make sure that you do all those things that we spoke earlier, right? So then when you find a next level, I call it the A level, the senior and you are responsible to bring them up to speed, to teach them the whole process, the correct process. Then when you find a B level, right? So the senior you, and together with A, will support B, doing the same process again, right? And then when we find the next level C, now you, A and B, will be the one to sponsor and support C. So the senior is no longer have to do that in this hierarchy. So it goes down the same way. When you find A1, A1, your A and you will now be able to support them, right? So similarly, B1 now would be the B and actually the C supporting the B1. C1. The C1, when C1 comes, actually C and probably A1 and B1 will be able to support them. So this is how we're supposed to sponsor and duplicate. So eventually, everybody in the hierarchy or in the line should be at least supporting or receive support from 2 to 3 persons. Okay, I would like you to watch this video. It's on ABC pattern. This is
It's about teaching people to teach. I'm not vested. I'm more vested in creating leaders than anything else. And the ABC pattern building that is probably the least part of the basic line that people pay attention to. So you really got to look into the ABC pattern. My goal is to get activated, correct? Now I know my A level. What am I doing? I'm going to switch between new and 2 APs for you. We're going to get you activated. This is my B level. I'm going to book 2 APs for you. Now we're defining the team. Now we're defining the team, and people are going to go to the houses together. This is the training ground where I'm going to train you, teach you how to teach. I'm going to train you. What am I going to do? We're going to work your top 10. We're going to do your kickoff. We're going to get your 20 people. We're going to get your activation. And this will be my C level. Okay? We're going to get these guys activated. It's not going to be perfect. We don't live in a perfect world. As a matter of fact, you could be my A level and do nothing. You end up being my A level. You've got to complete the ABC pattern with Go Now distributors. You've got to build in depth. You've got to keep a pulse on what's going on in the organization. Then when I'm at your home and you come with me, okay, I might have you get up in front of the room, just do a little something, maybe at the beginning of the presentation, but I'm getting people out of their comfort zones. I'm teaching people how to teach. And I'm looking for directors. It might not be you, it might not be you, and it's her. She becomes my A level. And I'm going to complete this ABC pattern with Go Now distributors. Remember, we teach people to teach.
Okay, Elizabeth, let's make sure we understand it. So you could go down 5 levels,
Yep.
10 levels, 50, before you really find the A level, the one who's really going to do it and duplicate. And then it could be another 5 levels before you hit the B level.
It's the B level.
So what are you're looking for?
Building in depth, looking for directors. You're looking for the people that are going to do it. You're looking for the person that is going to duplicate what you're doing. It's not necessarily everybody will. Okay? But once you find that person, what is your goal? Get them paid. Get that person paid. The person that is going out distributor, you want to spend quality time with them and get them paid. You want to help them with their list. You want to, go house to house. So you're building really deep in completing that ABC pattern with go out distributors. And people don't get that. And you're looking for the right people. Too many times people waste time with people that waste their time. When all you got to do is keep getting people to lead to the people until you find the person that's ready to duplicate. Once you find that person that's ready to duplicate, you're going to get them paid. Now, when I do your home business presentation, I'm going to have you come in over here with your guests. You always want to do combinations so that you're leveraging your time even more. Multiple legs. You always want to invite people from one to the other because we're going to leverage your background, we're going to leverage your success, because we're all on the same team. Okay? Everybody helping everybody else. And you just want to keep going and inviting more people. And that's why I say you want to get to people's people right away. Their top 10. Now, if I've already gone to some of your top 10, they're going to invite their people. We always have successful business presentations. Steve, you want to add anything to that?
Just what I heard at one from the just backs up what you said. I took this training a long time ago. Gary was one of the trainers and said, when you're building on what Elizabeth just said, doing what she just talked about, he said, if you find one Go Now distributor in a leg, you have a 25% chance that leg will produce 5,000. When you find 2 Go Nows in that leg, you have a 50% chance that leg will produce 5,000 BD forever. When you find 3 in a leg, you have a 75% chance. But when you identify that 4th Go Now in the leg, and like Elizabeth said, it might not be the real A or the real B. It might be the manufactured A.
Which is really the key, isn't it?
Yes.
And I think people think it goes A, B, C, and it doesn't. It skips to the people who really want to do it.
So let's say, in the example Elizabeth just pointed out, in reality, Jackie would have been the C.
Right.
But these 2 aren't Go Nows.
So
She's the A. Jackie's the A.
And you know what? Everybody on this team, they're all your people. It doesn't matter if you sponsor them or not. Because all of his people, he didn't sponsor any of his top distributors.
Someone else did.
Someone else did. So it doesn't matter if you sponsor them or not. Those are the people you want to latch on to and get them paid, get them making money. Because their success is your security in this business. You have to have a lot of people making money for that residual income. A lot of people making money. You want to have professionals, supervisors, directors, executive directors. I have so many people in my organization making money. I'm secure.
Okay, so what have we learned from Elizabeth Weber? By the way, Elizabeth Weber is an international field president. She is at a level where she earned between 100 to 120,000 per 4 week. About 120,000 per month. So that's the international field president. What have we learned from the video? Sorry. Okay. Before we come to JR's rules on ABC pattern, I may try to summarize. Basically, what she says is that, okay, it's not the first person you sponsor is your A, right? You may go down many levels. The first person who you find is the go now person and is able to do what you teach and is ready to do exactly what was stated earlier when we go through it. So that is your A person. Then once you have this person, you and this person will try to find your B person. So that's how it goes down, A, B, and C. It's not the very first person you sponsor as your A. Neither is the very second person you sponsor as your B. Until you find a person who is a go-now person and someone who is willing to spend the time and do what are the necessary things. That is your A. Okay? Now, I also look at some videos that they are presented on ABC pattern, and actually, I try to summarize. He has a number of rules. First, he said, follow 1 to 4 of B5, right? Which we already spoken earlier. So he said, duplication in theory is top down. Okay? CEO and then it duplicate, but in reality, it's from bottoms up. Right? We believe in showing the new people what to do. Much like setting the house on fire, it actually starts from the bottom up. Rule number 3, he says, people do what you do, not what you say. Earlier we already talked about this. So the leader will show people what to do, the boss will ask people what to do. He also said most people have to hear or listen to the things 7 times from 7 different people, 7 different ways before they start setting it. Rule 5, he says, the purpose of holding a meeting or showing the plan is actually to book a follow-up, so that you can follow up with the person. No point holding a meeting or showing the plan if there's no follow-up. Then it is what we call wasted work, working for nobody. So, he says, rule 6, we should spend quality time through duplicating and creating tiers of leaders, right? Your A level, B level, C level. So spend quality time with them. Follow-up is the key. Always must have follow-up. Always schedule a follow-up call on the spot. Never say, I will contact you later. Because this later will never come and the person will be there when you contact. So at the end of each meeting, it's saying, you meaning you are the sponsor, you bring this your A person, A level, okay. At the end of meeting, you are responsible to get the next meeting with his prospect. Don't expect the new guy to do it. It says you are teaching them how to follow up and how to do it. Rule 10. At the end of each presentation, try not ask your prospect what do you think. Because the guy is so new, he doesn't really think, he doesn't know what to think about it. So instead, ask what you like most. What is preventing you to proceed? Or you seem to pick up fast. Do you need more information? Now we know why Stephen who and again never ask us what we think. You always ask, what do you like most? It's following the process. So another way he says is to get your next meeting is to say, okay, I have 2 nights this week. Which night do you prefer? Which night is better for you? Have small meetings at prospect's location with one-on-one or two-on-one. Anyone shown a plan, he says, should be brought in for the second look within next 2 weeks. That means after you show the plan, don't wait too long to bring the person in for the second look within 2 weeks. When holding HBP, this is why I say, try to go and pick the person up if possible. Because I think we experienced ourselves as well. Normally, if your friend asks you to attend something, after a day's work, you'll be very tired, go home and you bathe, you try to think of an excuse not to go. So he said, you make an appointment and says, okay, I come and pick you up. Then instead of him, when he's waiting, thinking of what excuse to say not to go, he has to think, oh, my friend is coming at 7 to pick me up. So that's one way of ensuring that your prospect attends your HPP. And he also said, instead of inviting 10 people and hope that they will turn up, it's better to concentrate on 1 or 2. Concentrate on 1 or 2 and you probably can even pick them up. Provide constant coaching and teaching to everyone that we sponsor and teach those that they sponsor. Again, the ABC method. The same thing we learn step by step on what to do. 17, rule 17. Always have a meeting after a meeting. He says the presentation is just a presentation. Actually, the meeting starts after the presentation. Right? So he says the meeting starts after the meeting, which is a presentation, and show how and address questions. So it's meeting after the presentation or meeting after meeting. If it's a small meeting, is very important. Rule 18, it says, always have seminar tickets. That's why I think we all heard many times about. Always have seminar tickets on hand. So because the prospect will begin to see success and having the right attitude and knowledge. Focus on basic rule of follow-up and duplicate them. Okay? I think it's about that. So a sponsor is the quote to show the new UFO. Commit 2 to 3 nights per week. 1 night for meeting, 1 night for follow-up, and 1 night to do planning. So actually, 2 to 3 nights need to be spent on this. So if we do all this, they say we'll be busy for about 90 days, and after that, other people can be the sponsor. You get your A, your B, your C, your A1, B1, and C1, and so on. Again, also help them go and sponsor and show the plan to people. Do it with them. It is much stronger if you do with them, even though they know how to do, because there's a senior around and you have more experience and know, especially when some difficult questions are out. So do with them, but not for them. Okay? Show how to show the plan and do the follow-up. Identify and commit to sponsor those who are willing to spend $1,000 to start a business and spend 2-3 nights per week working on it. No point if the person is willing to spend $1,000, but no time for the rest of the 90 days to do anything. The person also must be willing to spend 2-3 nights per week working on it. And lastly, show 3 level down, 3 or 4 times. And that's the ABC pattern. So that's how we suggest we duplicate. And that's how all the successful seniors have duplicated. Okay, some of you have met Marco and Donna. They are from Taiwan. They are our sponsor, Shelly and myself, sponsored by Marco and Donna. When I asked them for help, they said, I'm supposed to speak on duplication, and you give me some pointers. He sent 10 pointers to me, but all in Chinese. So I asked help, asked one of my partners, Katrina, to translate, and we translated. May not be 100% accurate, but we get a gist of what they're saying. Pardon me? Okay, what Marco and Donna is teaching us is use products religiously. He's suggesting before and after your 3 meals, you take the products. In fact, bring them along with you to boost your energy. Route 2, it says, sell and buy tickets simultaneously. If you want to succeed fast, it says, we are attending annual conventions and other meetings. If succeed slow means not attending convention, suggest you get your 10 preferred customers first before you recruit. On training, he's saying if there are sufficient leaders, you do the high school approach. I think in Taiwan they have what they call classes. I think they even have a 12-week class, a high school approach. then direct ABC pattern training. Otherwise, leverage on UBP or group trainings for the ABC pattern. Rule 4, it says, execute B5 extensively. Basic 5, do it extensively. Listen to CD once a month. Bring new people to the second look twice weekly. The team. Okay. The team should use the same format and have regular meetings. New partner 90-day fast track target. Every Friday, list the names and use phones to make appointments for the face-to-face meeting for the following Monday to Thursday. Participate in calling. UFO partners, treat partners as customers too. Right? Follow up and understand how they use the product. So the partners are also should be treated as customers, see how they use the product. Suggest also create teams of 2 partners. Teach partners to utilize sales tools and retail and establish 10 preferred customers. So do many AEVC. ABC we spoke about, if they do many of them. Number 10, it says deepen your organization. Sponsor at least 4 partners on each leg. So that you, on each leg to stabilize your organization. Any question on that? Comments? Everybody agree with all this? Everybody doing all this? Don't worry. You will succeed if you follow all this. This is the proven success formula. See, it's like the Kung Fu master telling you, this is the secret. Follow step by step. You will succeed. Okay, another video. This is by Joanne Shi. I think she's one of the most successful ones. Also a few international few presidents.
那今天我们讲 ABC 法则，第一个就是你有没有看到你资深伙伴 ？A 就是你的资深伙伴。 你那个我就是 B， 你要找的人就是 C， 说你看到没有？每一个的你有多重要，然后你的合作伙伴、你的团队有多重要。我跟大家讲个例子好了，像来到香港，我很喜欢喝一杯好的咖啡每一天，所以我到全世界去旅行，我都去找咖啡。 我到苏俄去，到了莫斯科去，我去看咖啡，有个星巴克咖啡在那边，有个苏俄咖啡，马来西亚咖啡，咖啡叉叉叉叉叉，你觉得我会去哪一个？星巴克。是不是我今天到香港来，我知道香港咖啡不错，可这么多，我还是走星巴克。为什么？我知道我花这个钱。 我一定有那个品牌，是这样子。如果到全世界，我想吃汉堡、麦当劳、苏俄汉堡、德国汉堡、中国大陆汉堡，你觉得我会去吃哪个汉堡？麦当劳，因为我知道我走进去就是一定有我要的汉堡，一定有我要的饮料，一定我要的底色，一定要我的东西都排得好的，是不是这样子？ 今天我们的生意非常简单，你就要变成美安的经销商、美安的老板、美安的麦当劳，你像不像？你 全家从头到脚有没有用美安的产品？你出去买东西有没有下过Bldg买东西？很难。麦当劳要付100万美金在美国，你才能够开麦当劳。我们美安公司只要一点点钱，所以很多人都不愿做得像麦当劳一样，像我们美安公司的美安人一样。你有没有从头到脚都用美安的东西？你家里面用美安的东西？台湾为什么会这么快？我可以告诉你，我最近跟一些 leader 吃饭，有个 leader 就说9万，我要给你讲一件事情，我很对不起大家。我说什么事那么严重啊？他说我的卫生纸用完了，我没有预先买好卫生纸，我实在需要上厕所的那个纸，我就半夜哦，我都怕美安人看到我去 7-Eleven 买卫生纸哦，我都半夜哦，等到大家都睡觉了，我就偷偷跑到 7-Eleven 去买卫生纸回家。所以我要给你告诫，我犯错了，我不应该买外面的卫生纸。我应该在Bldg买我们美安的卫生纸。你说的看到没有？台湾为什么快？因为台湾很多人真的把美安当做一个连锁店在经营。所以你看到我们这生意，我们如何去你像美安人全部都有很难。所以我们要利用我们的伙伴劝你。当你全部都会的时候，我们需要你找2个人也愿意变成美安的连锁店老板，容不容易？不容易。谁都不想多花钱，是不是这样的？谁都没有赚钱，也不愿意多花钱，所以我们需要我们需要我们的合作伙伴来帮助我，来教会我们带进来的人，这样懂不懂？所以说你要变成领导者，如何变成领导者？所以我们公司有个系统叫做 UFO 是每3个月做1次的 UFO， 做 UFO 的人每3个月要用跟卖1200点，就是每1个月400点。做 UFO 的人每3个月要找2个人，做 UFO 的人每3个月要上很多的培训课程。为什么？因为我们要提高你们像我们美安的老板，要提高你懂用美安的东西，要提高任何人走到你们家就知道你们家是做美安的。如果星巴克开个星巴克，我不要这个咖啡，我不要那个咖啡，我不要这个底色。另外一个星巴克也是，我不要这个，我不要那个，这个公司早就垮了，没有人会走进去的，我就不会走进去，是不是？我会走进，我知道它是所有东西都是一模一样，每一个都有。所以今天美安很多人做得很慢，就是因为你都不做一模一样的事情，是不是很难？所以 UFO 可以让我们怎样？每一个人进来做，提高你在美安做老板的经验跟能力。所以我们每3个月呢，要教你如何做有效率的事情。你们很幸福，我们以前都没有，以前都是靠我们前面的大力的拉一个手提箱，到处去讲，到处去飞，到处去飞的。我们经常去了一个地方，像我住纽约、纽泽西，我跟金娜倩，我们经常去个地方，开车来回3个钟头到那边，没有人来，没有人来是经常的。是，那我们都没有方法，我们老板都不知道我为什么会蹦出这么多中国人出来，是不是这样？所以你们现在我们美安公司都快迈入22年、23年了 ，UFO 在台湾已经做成功了，所以这是一个方法，所以人人都来做这个方法，怎么样？我们就可以来复制，所以全部到这个培训系统来做同样的事情。所以星巴克有个培训系统，你付了100万美金，他就送你到一个培训系统，让你做一模一样的事情。所以我们常常想，如果我们老板家要我们每一个人都付100万，看你做不做？你是不是每3个月都会去找2个人？你是不是每3个月都会卖400点的货？是不是这样子？就因为没有要你们付这么多钱，所以我很难让每个人做一模一样的事情。所以现在有这个系统了，我们就可以来做这个生意了，是不是这样子？所以说我们复制前先要系统化， 我们大力者常常坐一起聊天。我姐姐丽娜黑尔在美国就常跟我讲，为什么我都找不到一个像我一样的？每次她讲我就说，对呀，我怎么没有找到一个像我一样，可以把小孩在家丢6年，6年去做美安，我为什么都找不到？所以你看这生意，复制你自己太难了。所以我们要借用一个系统，来让大家进入这个系统，然后做一模一样的事情。如果每一个都可以把你该做的都做好，都不走，我们是不是每个都拿永续收入？其实就是这么简单。可是每一个都没有做过老板，每一个人都不要，多用点产品不要，出来上课不要，把小孩放在家里出来上课 no。所以我现在我都不懂耶。18年前我去了大会之后，我就认识这个生意，我就相信这个生意，因为一切都合逻辑。当我相信这个生意的时候，我就每天想怎么做。那儿子是我最重要的。可是想我有钱了，我儿子才会幸福。我有钱，我才可以栽培我儿子最好的日子。我有钱了，我就会笑，我儿子就会笑。我没有钱，我就难过伤心，我就会让我儿子难过伤心。那怎么办？把我儿子放在家里放6年，放6年。我儿子拿小提琴第1年就是全校第1名，第2年就考上纽泽西交响乐团。我儿子是非常非常天才的一个小孩子。可是我要让他变成小提琴手吗 ？No， 那赚不到钱的。所以为什么要那么认真送他去学小提琴？所以我只去拉拉就好，不会真的带我儿子见一个大师哦。他一看我儿子说几岁了，那时候我儿子11岁、9岁开始拉小提琴哦，就是天才了。11岁哦，那你说这么老了，然后说有没有开过独奏会？我说没有。那你来干嘛？你可以回去了。任何小孩子9岁以前没有办过独奏会，已经没有希望了。那我说怎么办？就是拉小提琴当老师喽，每一个月赚2-3千块美金。我听完说回家，从此上课我不陪了，我不陪，自己去上。拉小提琴左右脑变好一点就好了，培养点兴趣就好了。所以自从那个我发现之后，游泳我不陪，打高尔夫球我不陪，打网球不陪，全部让大家接受，全力做美安6年。所以今天美安你要付出才能够拿到代价的，你不可能要做美安还要赚钱，还拿个永续收入，不可能的，不可能的，要付出代价的。所以你看我们美安其实非常简单，复制什么？培训系统，让我们每个人变成老板。培训，然后零售，为什么要零售？每一个人一定要找10个客户，不是找100个客户，卖给，把我们的产品学会好，卖给10个人。
Okay. You weren't willing to keep the child at home for 6 years? You will be international few president. Okay. Okay, what lessons we learned from Joanne? Sorry. See, what she said is, it's very difficult to duplicate someone like yourself. Not that we ourselves are super, but we think we do the right thing, when we duplicate someone, it's also not easy. So she's saying, use the proven system or process to duplicate and to ensure quality. Everyone must conform to the system strictly. And everyone will be equally successful. Notice she actually talked about quality, because not everyone is like you, and it's very difficult to duplicate. So we use the system to duplicate, because it's exactly the same, so that we can be quite sure that we deliver quality. So with this, I actually moved into my third part, which I call quality in duplication. This one, this part, okay, to be frank with you, I tried to search through the videos and the slides. I did not find much information. So I went another route, and basically I refer to some other quality books. She's saying we want quality leaders and sponsors. We don't want to do cheap duplication, which makes sense, right? And the leader must be good. Then we duplicate, and we get good leaders and good sponsors. No point duplicating something that is no good. Then you will get something, a lot in fact, of things that are no good. So actually, you look at it, the strongest link or the weakest, I mean the link is as strong as the weakest link. So anywhere along the chain, when it is weak, so it's just as strong as the weakest link. And how do, are we confused? How to get quality? Right? We don't want cheap duplication. There are a lot of legal stuff out there, cheap duplication and all that. You know, we actually want quality, 100% guaranteed quality. So what is quality? At this point in time, I like to bring in this person called Phil Crosby. He's one of the guru of quality. Right? And actually he says quality is a result of carefully constructed cultural environment. We'll see what he means by that. And he also said, actually he wrote a number of books, and one of his books says we can achieve quality, it is free, and we can achieve it without tears. No need to cry, no need to struggle. We can actually achieve quality. So what do you mean by carefully constructed cultural environment? Actually, Joanne did talk about that earlier, right? If you think about coffee, immediately you think about Starbucks, right? And she said, you know, she went to Hong Kong, looked around, in the end, she still end up in Starbucks. You think about hamburger, you think about McDonald's, right? You think about mobile phone, who do you think of? iPhone, Samsung, right? Sports car,
Ferrari, Porsche, Lamborghini.
all right. Lamborghini. Computer, Apple. Internet shopping. So we must achieve to the extent where people think about internet shopping, think about market. Just like when you think about coffee, you think about Starbucks. She also say that, you know, if we ourselves don't use all the MH product, then we're not proud of our own product. So we must be a household home and check your things and say this. If MA sells this, better don't use other brand. Okay. So before we have partners coming in like NTUC, you better go out and buy the toilet paper, the brand that you like. Okay, product quality and people. Actually, you look at MA. Do we already have product quality?
Yes.
Yes, right. How many of you use the supplement? MA supplement. And we heard a lot of feedback. Very good supplement. Do we already have quality people? Yeah, we've seen so many just now, right? All the places. And in this room as well. Right? Do we need more quality people? Yes. We need more and we want more. And how do we create more quality people? Duplicate. Duplicate correctly. Okay. But when we talk about quality, how do we define quality? What is quality? You talk about, let's say, ladies handbag. Louis Vuitton. Did I pronounce it correctly? Louis Vuitton. LV. It's quality, right? Prada, is it quality?
Prada, not Prada.
But quality to you may not be quality to me. So we will look at that. How do we cost quality? How do we ensure that there is quality? And what is the performance standard? We'll talk about that. How is quality measured? Actually, we refer to Phil Crosby, the one I showed, the quality guru, Phil Crosby. He has 4 quality principles. He said we should define quality as conformance to requirements. Means you set your requirement, as long as you meet that requirement, that is quality. Okay. He gave an example. Rolex watch, is it quality? Yes. Seiko watch, is it quality? So it depends. You say I'm only willing to spend $300, not $3,000. So my requirement is $300, accurate, decent looking, meets my requirement, and he says, okay, Seiko is quality. But if Agnes, your requirement is $3,000, it's stylish and so on, you go for Rolex or you go for other brand. So as long as it meets the requirement, it is quality. So it's conformance to requirements. How do we ensure that there is quality? Use prevention. Prevent from not conforming, or prevent from defects. We will look at it later. And performance standard is 0 defect. It means no defect at all. And we should use price of non-conformance to measure quality. So these are the principles that Phil Crosby, the guru, teach us. Quality. Let's do that. Okay. He says we define quality as conformance to requirements. As long as it conforms to the requirements or the requirements that you set, it is a quality product. It's not a level of goodness, right? How good is something is very subjective. Something quality to me may not be quality to you. Right? We all define quality at different levels. We cannot say, this person or this leader is good. What do you mean by good? Good to you, not good to me. But you say, this leader meets all the requirements, follow exactly what B5 says you must do every week, every month, do all this. Yes, that is the quality leader, the quality sponsor. So there is no ambiguity if we say define quality as meeting or conformance to requirement. It means you set a requirement and you conform with it. So what is our requirement in MA? follow the V5, the ABC pattern, exactly what is mentioned there. So conformance to requirements, some examples are airline classes, right? Airline, business class, economy class, budget, they are all quality. Because I pay that much, I go for budget class. I know there is no drinks, no food on it, but it's still quality because that is my requirement. I'm willing only to pay $200. So, branded goods, right, conformance. So, for example, UFO that follow all steps in the NDT and D5, the quality UFO. The sponsor that follows ABC pattern is the quality sponsor. Selling tickets to new UFO, follow that guide. And personally prospecting and sponsoring. So that is a quality leader. Always book follow-up appointment. So these are the requirements that we say, okay, we define that person as a quality sponsor, a quality leader, or a quality UFO. Cost quality with prevention. Hugh Crosby also say, how do you make sure, how do you ensure that there's quality? Put in prevention. Okay. Build in preventions in our processes and procedure. For example, we look at, let's say, electric plugs and socket. You realize that, say, the notebook, the plug, some are square, some triangle, some this size, some smaller size. Why? So that you won't plug in the wrong thing. Right? So those are prevention. The Japanese build all this prevention. Regular preventive maintenance on time. That is prevention to ensure that our car runs properly. So, and in a lot of a computer, they put in fuse, you can edit. So, translate back to MA. How do we make sure that there is quality with prevention? Anybody know what is MA transfer by? Yes. Sorry? What's transfer by?
Every month, you will auto ship the items that you have already purchased automatically.
Okay. And it is to prevent you from forgetting to meet your BB, your minimum BB. Right? You are, say, a new UFO, you have to meet 50 BBs, and make sure that your transfer by will clock 50 BBs. So this is a prevention, otherwise you disqualify. So this is one of the preventions they allow us to have in the transfer by. So also to have a checklist to remind customer on prescribed medication. For example, warfarin. You know that customer take warfarin, customer who takes warfarin, we have to remind them, before you take our supplement, please check with your doctor. Okay. Warfarin is a medicine that thins the blood, and the person has to go for regular blood check. So our supplement, like BC and MRA, also thins the blood, not a large extent. So too much thinning, especially warfarin, person can bleed to death. So be very, very careful when you recommend your customer the supplement. Make sure that he is not on drugs like warfarin. Our heart patients are on warfarin. So this is a prevention, and okay, prevent. Make sure that your prospect attend your UBP, right? Maybe you personally go on the fetch or say, make an appointment, I can't fetch you. So that will prevent him from not turning up. Okay, regularly check alerts on UFO homepage. You're aware that UFO homepage has an alert system. When you your Form 1000 is due, or your DV for the quarter or for the month is not enough, they actually send you an alert. You constantly look at that alert. It would prevent you from disqualifying. Performance standard. Okay. To have quality, actually, in most cases, Bill Crosby, the guru, define it as zero defect. That means whatever you do, no defect at all. Some examples of defect is you forget to remind customer on warfarin to check with doctor, that is the defect. Okay. And you do not book a follow-up meeting after this BP. Actually, there's a defect, there's also a defect. No meeting after presentation is a defect. Missubmission of quarterly receipts, 1,000, that is a defect. And non-MA partner product also is also a defect. Okay. You push in appropriate supplement to the customer, it's also a defect. So, is zero defect possible? Anybody's any opinion? Zero defect, is it possible? That means don't make any mistakes. Zero defect. Don't do anything? That's one way. That's a prevention method. But don't do anything, you achieve nothing. But is zero defect possible? No. Why is it no? Huh?
There's always deviation.
There's always deviation. You are human beings, right? Okay, but actually, we expect zero defect from everybody. Actually, we expect from other people. For example, you travel by aircraft, you expect any defect from the aircraft? Zero, right? You expect zero defect. It's surgery, you go for surgery, you expect zero defect, right? Otherwise, hey, sorry, I opered the wrong patient. New baby is given to the correct parents. You don't accept any defect, right? In fact, in Taiwan, the babies were swapped at birth. They only realized it 17 years later. Serious, came out in the papers. And how they realized, they happen to be in the same community. The father, one father is a fishmonger, another one is a jeweler. Both boys were swapped. But they stay in the same neighborhood. When they grow up, about 16, 17 years old, neighbors start talking. How come this one looks like a fishmonger? This fellow looks like the jeweler. Either the wives misbehave or something had happened. So the parents also suspect. They went back to the same hospital and then they take up They were born by 1 day difference, and they were swapped by mistake. Money salary account, huh? You expect zero defect, right? Even $1 wrong, also you go back to HR and say, how come you pay $1 short? Baby dropping by me. You make carry a baby every day. You allow her to drop the baby once in a while? No, right? Zero defect. You buy a brand new car, there's a small scratch, will you accept it? No. The doctor prescribed medicine, you expect zero defect. Make sure you give me the right medication, right? You go to ATM, get money, you take $200, short of $2, you make noise? Sure. So all this, we, on a day-to-day basis, we expect zero defects. So Phil Crosby said, you must always do it right. First time, all the time. Actually, it's a mindset. Of course, I agree with you. We are human beings, sometimes we make mistakes. But it's in the mindset. For example, how many of you have children go to school? Anybody? Children go to school? Yeah. Do you expect him to get 100 marks every time? No, right? But, yeah. But do you tell him, son, I know you won't get 100 every time, so forget about it. No, like you still ask him, please try hard. You know? So it's a mindset. Okay. So Hugh Crosby also said we should measure quality with price of non-conformance. Okay. When it doesn't conform, what is the price? MH370, nobody knows how to calculate what's the price. In terms of money, so far, I don't know, 60 or 80 million, they say. In terms of lives. So if there's a defect, non-conformance, costs a lot of money. Maybe stop in the hospital, right? Talk about it. If you forget to tell the customer I'm operating, go check with the doctor, it may be very serious. This one, no follow-up appointment. It's actually, that means the whole presentation is wasted because there's no follow-up meeting. Or spending time, too much time with waiting UFOs. You know, they talk about different type of UFO, the go now type, the wait and see type. You know? So you spend too much time with those wait and see, you will not get results. Not listening to any video. So I don't know how much I have cost. My audio not working, and I can't listen to that. Mr. Danny has told me away already. Not plugging into this NDT, V5 and so on. Actually, sometimes we can measure how much it costs, sometimes we can't. And it actually costs a lot of money. Okay, so basically they're saying do results producing activities. Typically, Hugh Crosby said there's a study in any typical organization, 35 to 40% of what we do is value work. 15 to 20% is enabling work. So what are they? Value work means work which adds value to the business. For example, we work with Go Now partners. So this is value added work. Working for ourselves. Right? Training like this is actually working for ourselves, which enable us to add value to the customer. And typically, 40% of time we're working for nobody because of the defects, because of the errors and so on. So our objective is really to cut away this wasted work. Okay, so in summary, coming to the end of it. MA duplication in B5 actually, attitude and knowledge, goals and goal statement, detailing, prospecting, recruitment, and sponsoring, and follow up the ABC pattern. Right? So basically, we are duplicating a key, a quality B5 key to success. Are there any other requirements? Yes. Right? Quality, we just spoke about it. On top of B5, we need quality, we need momentum. We also need the energy. Actually, it's, well, we say part-time, right? It's actually a lot of time, a lot of part-time. And we need the commitment. Okay, one of the first things I learned is also disclaimer. This presentation given is for learning purpose. They are not intended to represent the success level of typical, nor they intended to represent any given independent distributor will be equally successful. The success will depend upon the amount of hard work, talent, and dedication which we give to the business. Agree? Okay, in rounding up, I like to talk about this last 5 minutes. You recognize this? This is Soon Tong and his master. Okay, one day Soon Wukong caught a bird on his hand, and this fellow is very cheeky. He said, let me test my master. And asked, master, is the bird dead or alive? The master thinks, if I said lie, you will squeeze it to death to prove me wrong. If I said dead, at least you let go and let the bird fly up. So what do you think the master said? Dead or alive? Anybody want to try? Maybe the master thing. Live or dead, it's all in your hands. Okay? So with that, will you be a successful UFO? It's all in your hands. Okay, these are some of the references I took tonight. With that, thank you very much.
I guess we thank Chong for sharing tonight, and if any question, just bombard him.
Because Danny is behind me, so if I cannot answer the expert.
I'm still learning.
Questions? Comments?
So what have you done so far after 3 months?
Oh, good question. Good question, don't deserve good answer.
What is interesting to know what you done so far and how you progress so far?
Actually, okay, I have, to be very frank, I have attended almost a lot of training, right? You see me here, except the last 2 weeks was very, very busy. Something happened at home, so I couldn't. How many people have I sponsored so far? 2. I did not follow the 90 days. I had my review, add 2 names. So maybe that's why Dr. Cole look at me and say, you go and do the duplication topic. I'm forced to go through the V5 and learn.
Is this a part-time job?
It's kind of. Actually, I missed the earlier part.
Yeah.
I spent 40 years with some MNCs. My first job is IBM, and then I joined Citibank. I ended up at OCBC. I retired at OCBC actually. And after that, I'm actually doing recruitment, IT recruitment part-time. This one, is it a job? I also shared earlier some of them says, when you join this, I said, okay, Shirley asked me, you retired, are you happy? I said, yeah. Every month, 30 days, 29 days, I'm very happy. Because I don't have to work. I still go rush to work, come back late. But the one day I'm not happy. So which day? It's your payday. Because I don't have payday. So Shirley said, hey, this one very good. You pay 4 times a month. You pay every week. So instead of one day not happy, you make another 4 days happy. So which makes you 29 plus 4, 33 days, you will be very happy. So I hope the effort. Any other answer your question?
So have you found your convictions towards?
Have I found my conviction?
It's important.
It's important. Yes, I agree. I hope to follow Danny. Danny has a lot of conviction and he has make it to a certain level. I hope I can afford the time as well. It's true, it's part-time, I'm saying part-time. I also think it's a lot of time and a lot of commitment. Not to Let's not try to discourage you, but
It's part of
telling the
the
truth.
process, yeah.
I think it's like JR says, you are 3 years with it, but you actually only spend 3 months, then it's actually you are 3 months old, not 3 years old. Any other comments? Not? Thank you. Thank you for listening.
In fact, for most of the new distributor or new partners here, actually I have put most of the training videos. Okay, I record the videos and most of the weeks I will put it up on the YouTube, this channel. This is my channel. You can subscribe to this channel, and usually there will be new YouTube uploaded weekly, unless I have time. But next month I will be going to US for the convention, and I think next month I'm not going to take any video, but my son will be helping me to do the videoing. Okay, and I think after my US trip come back, then maybe from then I will try to upload, because it's quite tedious. I have to reformat the video and everything and upload to the YouTube again. Yeah, because my one is not the time.
Next to you are having trainings here on
Yes,
different topics.
this
or what do you
all the
do?
different topics. Okay, in fact, James Guo is our top leader, our team leader, and James Guo, Dr. James Guo. Okay, he's our he's from US, and he organized a team and association to form within his umbrella, means all under him. is our own team, right? We have this training center and he rented it from me, and it's on every Tuesday until December. Okay, means every Tuesday we will run the training, and it's all different topics weekly. Okay, sometimes.
Next week's topic.
What?
Next week's topic.
Or next week topic. Don't talk about next week topic because next week topic I'm the one. Okay, but unfortunately because next week I'll be in Taiwan for this product symposium. Okay, we have a product symposium in Taiwan next week. Hopefully I can rush back on time because on the 15th next week Tuesday I'm coming back in the morning. So I don't know whether I can make it or not, but I have somebody stand by for me. Okay, he will help me to talk the topics on recruiting and prospecting. Okay, and sponsoring also. Means on the basic 5, we still talk on basic 5, and actually tonight Chong overtake my channel already. We cover quite a lot from recruiting and prospecting already. But next week, hopefully we run it again and just give some more ideas how to do this recruiting. I think recruiting and prospecting is very important for everybody, right? Usually we kick a stone right in front of us when we start, and we trip and fall. Right? I think most of you has been joining for the past few months already, and some of you have already kicked some stone, right? Not only one, right? Kicked many stone already. So in fact, it's quite painful, you know, when people reject you, people give all excuses, people tell you no time, no money, not interested, it's an MLM and whatever. So next week we will be covering all this to help everybody. But one request, please go back and go through your basic 5. I think most of you already took your basic 5 test, right? But I don't think you already go through the basic 5. So next week I see you all, then we talk about the prospecting. I think this is very interesting. Okay, so is there any more question for tonight session? Yeah, in fact tonight LC is not here. LC is the admin, and Hui Hua is the speaker leader. LC is the admin leader. So tonight I'm the one showing. I'm the physical leader, but I'm doing the whole show. Okay, so hopefully I hope you all enjoy the show tonight by Chong. So you all can go to YouTube or upload it.
Oh, you need
I'm not very good at it, but I know to share. I also know like Michael, which is Good on motive already. There's a lot of free. Really a lot. I also haven't got too long. And every time I go to So I think Esther is very good and she's very patient. Honestly, she's very patient. And I will tell you honestly, it's not because of her. I tell you, I don't know where to start. And I have never, I'm happy. And so intensive. Honestly, if you want to very detailed and the way the duplication method, at first, such a hassle, right? Listening to the same thing. But as I move around, I realize I'm a smart at that also. Problem.
I think multi-level you need to listen to videos twice a week.
Oh, that's
what we will talk.
Yeah, there is so many videos on the website, on Chinese website as well as you find one very good one I find was self-insurance. I remember I didn't No, because I like MAS license. It's under MAS. Because my husband interested in what center, they don't know what app to perform. That's why I said, why don't we do it? We do the app, I do the app. So after I have a good app, I feel like so it's okay, we work on that. Then you put it under the microscope. I work with the activity of your red blood cells, your white blood cells. Yeah, so what you pay me. So when they after they take the see the difference. So it shows that the product really active. And when we take, I take a lot of I find it effective. I your one has to be
From the slide,未必每一个是被复制或者是重复制，就是你有未必有一个会，就是想我也是要做美安，我也是要快点完成美那个去收，就是我们叫他们 KYCheong 分拆成然后它有一个压缩的，还有一个就是每一进就是提供交通的
you will go and research this, you know, on the
能够实施嘛，就是因为只有你的
I personally I like
就是要去拿，
yeah I will be
还是2到3天才可以实施，
not I said
要去修复才可以拿。所以完全可以一直在不停的在摸索。
Yeah, I remember the day you said, yeah, you called me.
4个人才能够4个都是可能性的，不包括你的所以
没有 it's good because 我真的是我星期六来一次，这是第2次 so 他这样分成就当I'm not so good that's why I prefer to
那就是在复制那方面，quality 方面就是品质方面，你复制必须复制的不要它就是只拿到一部分的讯息，另外一些讯息他拿不到，他就离开了，那这个I find that shipment take long after that. 第二条线之后，很难去确保第3、第4、第下的线都会知道吗？所以我们复制就是要还有品质，那我们的组织才会才能够真的放心，就是让你的组织去让这个生产自己也才能够。
Oh,
no, I tried, but I couldn't buy. No, you couldn't get in yet. I think maybe it's not. Those product supplements that this was no problem, but I
But if it's biodegradable, then
今天来也是这个，OK。
But I guess this item probably will when the warehouse
你也是新鲜出吗？我还是刚刚塞。
上个星期I think新加坡人
每个人都
你买
一起玩。
So you join since when?
Then 你是跟他们come after me, and then you know, so you also make sure that I join in the training. And you share your knowledge on it. No, because for me, I don't know. I've been to some system and all that. So I didn't buy these coins, right? So because I always believe, because they are just buy us. The reason why I come back today is because I think the system is much better. On the website there's a system, so you know you can go to
Sell as a package,
also presentations okay, product wise, start like start using and the other how committed I want to be. That's another thing. Something like if I want to do it, I'll do it right. Okay, then I'll build a business model of what I want to do. I I will have my own way of doing it. But I don't do it just and I feel like that I can do it now. So if I want a really committee, I'll do my business planning and do my perspective or whatever. Currently my job, I know because every day I see people, that's why it's okay. It's linked to my job. Easy to sell it cheaper with your time. So every day I'm meeting clients, actually basically I'm meeting every day. My job is to talk, so I have to another. But because there's a savings there, so you know you can tell your client, okay, now yes. So that's one way, but we don't encourage 18 months or but and why is this my first before just a PA. So trying to say production. I think because we have our own training or whatever is perspective. I've been through that process. So I've been receiving, but I'm still doing it.
Okay.
So that's in that form. So but I'm thinking let's do it. I'm just one that on. And then I have my business. My husband came.
But inside them as a members.
That's a good way already. So you also give I'm not being that way. Then I don't earn your 10-20%. Does it matter? So that because all of us when we operate in Singapore as a team we have meetups and then we can have individual presentations, skills to share, how do you sell your I think this is important to me because I need to have ideas, so that what I want to do is that fast